Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Club Healed Human. This is Kimberly, your spiritual minister, your healer, and your energy transmutation specialist. And you have arrived at the Daily Focus about spirituality and energy on Root Chakra Monday. Now, today happens to be the first day of the second week of the program, and I want to tell you how wonderful I feel. And anyone that's been following along, if you feel wonderful, if you've really felt something from all of this, please leave a comment to encourage other people who may still be afraid of becoming their highest, best selves. Now, so many of you aren't familiar with my story in its entirety, but my story is still going on. It's at its final stages, and after this first week of remembering who I am and really anchoring myself in that remembrance of my own magnificence, fully taking on that I am love in every attribute of it, fully taking on the fact that I am creative, I am magnificent, I am beautiful, I am intelligent, I am protected, and darn it, if I really want to, I can leap tall buildings at a single bound type of thing. This week was a monumental week for me, and it happened to end for all of us on a full moon, which made it even more important and more powerful. And yesterday, I can never say this word. According to the numbers, yesterday was a 10, which means the end of a cycle with a new beginning. And today is June 1st, Monday, June 1st, 2026. And that calculated out to be a 7. And you know what a 7 means? 7 means actively building our foundation in what we do want. And now that we've accepted who we are, now we stand in this position of saying, okay, well, let me do something with that. But in order to do something with that first, we have to get into the proper mindset again, because we just rediscovered our greatness. Now when we look at things and take options and considerations and make choices, we're doing it from a different understanding about who we are to begin with. We're no longer thinking in lack, thinking that we have to do this to get that, to a trade, if you will, because nothing was meant to be traded except our love for one another, our assistance and our lack of judgment and our peace and our unity of one another, but not ourself. You know what I mean? Our selves are now established in the greatest strength there is. And it's not one that's dictated by others, but one that is commissioned and promised by the Most High Creator. And if God's got me, who's gonna, who can really throw me off my path? Who can really tell me that I'm something other than what He says? Not a single man. There's not one system, one anything that can take away who you are. It is who you are, regardless of anything else. And now you own it. You own it. And now this week, our full concentration goes on joy. How do we take what we know about ourselves with this new level of understanding? Now today, think about what this really means. Like, all right, last week was like kind of an introduction to everything, but now really, 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 really on board this feeling. Take it from your head to your heart, okay? Because your head, we're all so very intelligent, okay? But we're so surrounded by things that bring limitation and belief of limitation that we've kind of dumbed ourselves down, if you will. All right? We thought that we had to go after other things. But really on board what this means, if we are love, just like the Most High Creator, just like our brother Jesus, or any of the other prophets who came to show us the way, they showed us what our capabilities are. They showed us what our greatness could be. And they also showed us what it would take to go there. That acceptance of who we are was always the first, if not the only, conversation. Remember who you are, child, for therein lies all your greatness, all your magnificence. And the power that beholds is far greater than any other power that could seek to persuade you or block you or keep you from being all that you can be. And that's why it's so important to start here. The time of remembrance. Feel that feeling like let's talk about this. Like feeling your magnificence, okay? And it's such a thrill, right? It's such a charge. It's like, damn, I can be that. It almost seems like that's the ego, but it's not. You are allowed to feel so damn good in your magnificence. You know what? Hey, you know what? I am love. If you're not coming at me at love, that means you're not love. That means you're stuck somewhere on your path. And I'm going to understand that for you, but I am going to carry on in my own love. Projecting my love. And my joy. And my beauty. And my intelligence. And my fearlessness to be who I am. Without judgment. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks. It doesn't matter what kind of house you live in. It doesn't matter what kind of car you drive. It doesn't matter what kind of job you have. It doesn't matter how much money you make. The only thing that matters is that you understand your own greatness, because without that, you have nothing. You have only what you're able or willing to accept for yourself from others, as their labels and definitions of what is what seek to make you small. But there is no smallness in knowing who you are, really. In all of your magnificence, we embrace this today. That feeling of like, imagine like the most difficult or thrilling thing that you've ever done. Like I can name a couple things. Like one time I jumped off a 30-foot cliff in Jamaica. That was thrilling. Okay, that was exhilarating. There's been times where I've achieved, sporting events, and that was such a charge and a rush of energy. There's times where I've had beautiful moments of tenderness with my children and people that I care about. That was awesome and thrilling and so fulfilling throughout my whole self. There's times where I've prepared the perfect meal that tasted just mwah, with a beautiful glass of wine that made me feel so fulfilled, or a workout, a bike ride. The things that really make me feel like exhilarated and alive and fully myself, tapping into the full me. That's the feeling of accepting your own magnificence. That's what we're going for, that surge of energy, that increase in vibration, that where you hold your chin up and you put your shoulders back and you know, like you know that, you know what? I am love. I am love. And it's not up to me or anyone else to say what I am, because the Most High Creator, He's the one that created me, and He knows more than anyone else. And He says I'm love, and I'm okay with that. And everywhere I go, I just stay within my own love bubble. Some people learn, some people teach. But we're always leaders to one another. But we can't be the proper leader unless we find our proper foundation. And we can't experience that supercharge of who we are by finally identifying our identity of self. Today, I want you to focus on feeling magnificence. Feel it. Let it be you. Become it. It wants to be part of you. Your body is going to allow you to feel that surge of energy because it's responding in a positive way. Woohoo, you're back, and we got our first week under our belt, and now we're feeling better, and now we got a better attitude and a better outlook, and we have another week of healing upon us. where we grow even more authentically into ourselves. We heal yet another layer of old stuff that's holding us up so we can turn it all into golden eggs. And next week, I'm going to feel like this, plus a little bit even better than right now. I can't imagine it, but I know I want it. Because we deserve the best. And in 7 steps, we get as close to the best we could possibly be. And then we go on maintenance, which brings us at higher and higher and higher levels as we go. I've reached 7. I've been through all kinds of stuff. And if I can do it, you can do it. And that just simply means that this week we're feeling enjoy our greatness. I am joyful and happy that the Most High Creator made me to be who I am, to come and fulfill my particular function in love and joy for the benefit of myself, my family, my community, my state, my nation, and the world. That's our focus today. Stay with that. Now, Root Chakra Monday is, the color for Root Chakra Monday is red. Here, I've got mine. The color for Root Chakra Monday is red. The crystal, excuse me, it's been riding around in my car. The crystals for today are black obsidian, red jasper, and tiger's eye. The endocrine benefits this week are about the adrenals, regulating our salt, regulating our adrenaline, and assisting our metabolism. The archangels that we ask for assistance today are Michael, Ariel, and Sandalphon, because this is the time that we need the greatest level of protection and strength. And Ariel helps us see ahead, and Sandalphon brings our messages to heaven. Today's food is protein, and the exercise is a full body stretch. And I invite you to join me on the Daily Food and Fitness video, which follows this one, so we could go over those in detail and we do the exercise together. And I also invite you, the video I do right before this one is a daily read and discussion from A Course in Miracles, where I do my normal thing. I ask God, the archangels, and the ancestors of the white light to join us. I asked the Most High Creator to tell me what He would like to speak to me about today, to us about today. And I flip through the book with my eyes closed, and wherever we land is where we read, and it's always appropriate for the day. So I do, and it does, I utilize that in part to ground myself, because as your teacher, as I'm presenting myself now as your teacher, it's important to me to be grounded and level-headed, clear-minded, so that I can provide the same to you. And starting with ACIM, with my video series, it brings me to that place so I can communicate these other videos with you with greater clarity. And it would also assist you to bring your headspace in a calm and grounded way, so you can absorb the maximum amount of education through your heart, through your soul, because it's really my soul that's communicating with yours, and that's why it's working. Okay? So I do invite you to the daily ACIM read, it's called. It does have a separate playlist, as they all have a separate playlist. Daily ACIM, daily spirituality and energy focus, and daily food and fitness focus kind of sort of all go together, but I broke them all apart so you can watch them at your convenience without a lot of trouble, okay? So that's it for today. Okay? Wear red, eat red, drive red, whatever. Make sure to bring your black obsidian, your red jasper, and your tiger's eye along with you today. And just feel it. Feel your magnificence. Keep it in the front of your mind all day through all things to the best of your ability. And do it joyfully. Because, like I said, you're a child of the Most High God, and He's the one who's laying the guidelines here, he's the one that's calling the shots. And he says you're magnificent. And when he says, what's anybody else going to say about it? So go ahead and be it today. You already walked through your first level of authenticity. Let your authenticity of all of who you are shine out in joyfulness today. But be mindful. I want you to pay attention to how you feel. Feelings are going to mean a lot later. And not feelings like you get your feelings hurt, but your body's reaction, your mind's reaction to the joy that you're creating is a feeling within you. It's a fulfillment of something inside of you, which has a feeling. And I want you to identify that feeling today. It's very important. Identify it in its joyousness. Take a minute to sit and feel it. Even if you've got like 5 minutes where you could just sit silently and feel that feel will be enough. Anchor it within you, inside of your brain, inside of your heart, inside of your soul, inside of your body, because it's that's creating your boomerangs every single second of every single day. And today is your challenge to remain in that space. Identify that feeling of accomplishment, of greatness. Try to hold it throughout your whole day. Okay? You could do it. I know you can. I'll see you on the food and fitness, or I'll see you again tomorrow. I do love you. Bye for now.